What do you say, folks? Is it art? It's made out of rubber. I assume it has a steel internal structure. Looks like stainless on down below. Is that artwork? Let's see. Hard to pronounce that name. This staircase is new here. This used to be brambles and bracket, a rough terrain, and now it's been cleared out and they've put this interesting staircase. It's quite beautiful, I think. This is the Baldwin building. I think it's now condos. However, if you've ever seen a Baldwin piano, it was likely manufactured here. It's another interest. Look at the roof line of that building. Pretty special. Somebody was ambitious. So I'm going to try to go up to the Cincinnati Art Museum. Here's the signage. The museum has an interesting story. A lot of interesting stories. One of which was that there was a donor who gave them a pile of money, but stipulated that they had to be open for free. So it's quite a kind of cool story. I remember going there many times, and you just walk in, and it's a hell of a collection. It's a beautiful building as well. So yeah, these steps are kind of breathtaking in more ways than one, unfortunately. I've been obsessing over inflation recently because I feel like that's the subject of the age right now. I was watching Michael Saylor on the Lex Friedman program, and he was talking about how the dollar has inflated 99.7% in the last 80 years. They were also talking about how somebody had determined that the dollar has inflated about 7%, 6.5%, maybe even 7% for the last 80 years. That's how you get the number of 97, what is it, 99.7, something like that. And of course, if you look at the official inflation number, it's not even close to that. I was talking on a previous program about how the dollar inflated so much in the 50s. And somebody wrote in, oh no, the dollar inflated only X amount. I think it was 4% or something like that for 1 year. These nice people. And I thought, well, that can't be right, because it seems to me everything was twice as expensive in 60 as it was in 50. Seems like prices doubled. So if the inflation rate was hovering around 3%, that just can't be right. Here's another piece, not bad. There is the art museum. So, tremendous amount of inflation. And I'll put the link to the Lex Friedman show with Michael Saylor. You've probably already seen it because it's got millions of views. It's hours long, so I will tell you, if you fast forward to 24 minutes, they're talking about the stuff that I wanted to talk about, that I'm interested in. So, anyway, I think one of the things about inflation that is so difficult is that there's a lag time where people got paid more in 1980 than they got paid in 1970, but there was lag, and there's a lot of pain during the lag because you feel like everything's more expensive, but you get paid the same amount. Ultimately, you get paid more, but you have to fight for it. And sometimes you just get a raise, but more often you have to fight for your right to have an income. So but I do believe that if income simply sync up with the rate of inflation, you do okay. But it takes, that's not always the case. And I think in the last few years, you're not seeing that, especially really since 08, I think you're not seeing you're seeing a lot of social upheaval and incomes going down. Now, obviously, if you're a software engineer, your income probably went up relative to inflation. So there are people that are doing very well. I don't want to say that everybody's having a tough time, but an awful lot of people are having a tough time, and I think that's why I have these clients that can't afford a house, even though they've really done a lot of the right things. Here's this fabulous facade, classicistic, ancient Greek style building. And so, I'm constantly getting these clients that can't afford a house, and I can't find one house for them in Southern California. It's very frustrating. And so, I've just gotten preoccupied with inflation and economics, and I'd like to see, I'd like to see this change. And I wish I had the answers, but I do a lot of research on it, and I make these programs. If nothing else, you should know you're not alone out there. Anyway, this has been Justin. If you want to like and subscribe, it'd be lovely. This has been Coast West Real Estate. Have a great day.